In this video, we will talking about how to configure DNS proxy on Sangfor IAM. Introduction. Sangfor IAM is equipped with the function of a DNS proxy, which can replace DNS requests. Implement the requirement of limiting illegal DNS requests or forcibly redirecting certain domain names to your own server. Users can configure DNS proxy scope according to the end user group, website type, domain name, and target DNS address. It supports redirecting to a specified DNS server, redirecting a specified line, resolving fixed IP, and discarding the DNS request. Application scenario: redirect to DNS server, redirects the original DNS server to the configured DNS server IP. Resolve to IP address, directly resolve the domain name to the specified IP. Drop DNS packet, directly drop DNS request packets. Forward to specified line, redirect to the specified exit. Note, in the forward to specified line policy, you cannot select a line that is not configured with DNS. Precautions: if the DNS proxy is configured with drop DNS packet and the domain name is added to the global exclusion, the DNS proxy policy no longer takes effect. In bridge mode, if the DNS detection is packets sent from the DMZ, you need to ensure that the packets sent from the DMZ port can exit. Redirect to DNS server. In this scenario, we have a PC configured with invalid DNS server of 3.3.3.3. As you can see, the PC is not able to resolve or ping domain names. Log into IAM Web Console. Click on Bandwidth Management and select DNS Proxy. Click Add and fill in the criteria. In this case, we will be using Baidu as the target URL. Here, we will be using 3.3.3.3 as the destination DNS server. This will apply to devices that using 3.3.3.3 as DNS server. Go to Proxy Action. Select Redirect to DNS server. Enter the new DNS server that you wish to redirect and click Commit. Now let's test it. We are able to resolve and ping Baidu.com even if the PC is configured with invalid 3.3.3.3 DNS server. This can be used if the user requirement is to forcibly resolve the domain name using certain DNS server. Resolve to IP address. In this scenario, we want to resolve the domain Baidu.com to 4.4.4.4. Go to Proxy Action and select Resolve to IP address. Enter the IP address and commit. Now let's test it out. As you can see, resolving Baidu.com will return 4.4.4.4. Next, we will configure drop DNS packet. In this scenario, we would like to drop DNS request of Baidu.com. Click Add and enter the target domain on the criteria. Go to Proxy Action and select Drop DNS Packet. Now, let's test it out. As you can see, we are not able to resolve or ping Baidu.com even when the DNS server is legit. Lastly, we will be configuring forward to specific line. Before that, make sure link load policy has been configured and enabled. Go to DNS proxy and click Add. In this scenario, we want to forward traffic visiting twitter.com to line 2. Enter the target URL on the criteria. We will be using all for destination DNS. Go to Proxy option and select Forward to specific line. Select the target interface you wish to redirect the traffic and click Commit. Now let's test it out by visiting twitter.com and other website. Go to Traffic Statistics and click Connections. Here, we can see that traffics of twitter.com are passing through line 2 and other traffic are on line 1.